Hello, everybody. Welcome. I figure I start the year off with something, we all know and love. Weird DMs. They've been piling up since the last video. Excuse me. Sorry. And I figured we just get into them. I went through about 250 emails. Some of you still got it in your head that you can get away with writing your submission. And no, we don't do that in this series. We need you to be 100% thorough. We need you to have the confidence to put your face on it. And if you don't have that, you don't make the cut. I got a lot of interesting videos. A shout out to the dude who sent me a clip of just how can I say this? The frame, it's a portrait frame of a toilet. I knew what it was, but I just had to watch it anyway. And he just drops a dookie from top frame, just kind of goes sailing through the frame. And if you put it sideways, it could look like an NFL replay. It could look like an action shot in the middle of Remember the Titans. It was in a way it was like art. I couldn't include that. That one I had to relay to you verbally. Plenty more messages like that one. Shout out to this girl. She really wanted me to know what happened at her sister's boyfriend's apartment. Must have been a good one. You must have been proud of that one. You know what? I actually feel like showing Noah. I can't show you guys, but I could show Noah the dookie. And I kind of feel like showing him that because, he's the editor. And we could get his reaction, you know what I mean? This is like some meta-ass shit right here. Hold
on. Okay. Yeah, that is poop. It's poop.
Anyway, I was strictly going off titles, and I tried to pick the ones that had the most excitement about them. So without waiting any further, we can just get into it. Let's start with this man, Isaac. I chose this one because circus instructor is weird. Why are you in a circus in 2021? Who even goes to a circus in 2021? Did you use a face filter for this, man? What? Skin tone is very smooth, man. If you got a skincare routine, it's working, but...
So first of all, I used to work at a circus school and I would teach summer camps there. So every day for a week, kids would come in and we'd spend the day just doing circus. So trampoline, tumbling, stuff like that.
I'm disappointed by that. I for sure thought the first thing he was going to say was unicycle. Trampoline, that's not circus, man. I was thinking unicycle, how to grow a mustache, that kind of stuff. Whatever.
Every morning for attendance, I would ask them a question of the day. So it could be something like, if you could be any color, what would you be? One day I decided to ask the kids if they have a question of the day. And one dude, his name was Leif, L-E-I-F. He says, "What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?" I thought, that's interesting. So we went around the circle. I don't know, people said stuff like calamari or frog's legs, just weird stuff, but kind of normal. We get to Leif, and he tells us he ate his grandfather's ashes.
What's with this trend, man? What is with this trend? Most of my friends snorted my friend's grandfather's ashes. We was sniffing that granddaddy pack. Normally I'd feel like I was getting got here, but the fact that Isaac the circus instructor was willing to put his face on it and say, Keith with an L ate granddaddy's ashes, I guess I have to believe it.
Apparently when he was a kid, he was playing in his living room and knocked over his grandfather's urn and accidentally ate some ashes.
So yeah, if you knocked over an urn, I could see it. What's up with those dusty ass sprinkles? Kids eat all kinds of weird shit, glue. Alina licked a snail as a kid, so I don't know if I could really talk shit about him, but eating your granddad's ashes? I don't know, maybe just warming up for art school. Alright, next up, this boy Mitchell. I love this title already. This one. Got stabbed by a Serbian Catwoman at a New Year's Eve penthouse party. This has to be good, right?
Hey, I'm Mitch, 22 from Australia.
No.
So
I was... What the fuck was that? What'd you just do right there? What up, man?
So I was at a music festival, New Year's one, 3 years ago. I got a call from my friend Murray saying to come to a penthouse party. And I was like, yeah, this is great. I'd, continue the sesh. Get to the party. I'm on the balcony talking to her. I'm a bit depressed because of the come down. And this girl sits on my lap and she's Serbian. Mari explains who she is. I'm like, okay, cool. She's in like a black latex outfit. Try think Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman in Batman. Basically, she takes me to the room and I think she has sharp nails because she's like grazing my leg. Turns out I turn on the lamp on the side and she's cutting me with a pocket knife.
Wait a second. You skipped like 40 steps in this story. What happened?
Basically, she takes me to the room, and I think she has sharp nails because she's like grazing my leg.
So you say the room. Are you guys about to, or is she just doing this in the dark? I'm confused.
Basically, we went to the room, and I thought everything was normal, start having sex, and she's grazing.
Question answer. So let me get this straight, man. You left a concert or a festival, went to a penthouse party, a Serbian lady sits on your lap in a black latex suit, and then some other shit happened in between, and then you're fucking. Yeah, that other stuff in between. Who cares? All right, so you're hooking up, and then you feel grazing on your leg, and you turn on the light, and she's cutting you with a pocket knife. Wow. Go ahead.
So got out of that situation. 2 years later, kind of forgot about it. Basically, I went on a date with her. Don't ask why. Basically, we went back to her apartment, watched this Angelina Jolie movie that, I don't know, like really turned her on for some reason. Yeah, I was going down on her, started at her head, and when I got to her chest, I could taste blood, and I was like, oh no, not again. Turns out she had her ex's name, James, carved into her chest. So, yeah, that's my no cap or fact story. Yeah.
You know, part of me has to respect you for going back in the lines then. You went in for round 2, having survived the first one, which is like, it's technically assault, right? Like you technically got assaulted with a pocket knife, but you went back for round 2. I'm not going to ask you why. You told me not to, but that's weird, man. I'm not even going to judge the lady with the name and all that shit. Hee. It's just a little pocket knife. It's just a little blood. It's just a little. I hope you don't find yourself in that situation again, of being cut without your consent. That's a crazy one, man. I'm glad you're all right. Damn. The best part about this is he puts, I had no serotonin left in my brain after that night. Bro, I don't think you had any blood left in your body that night. Oh, shit. Here's one that you all can relate to. I was the reason my parents got divorced. He blurred himself. That's how you know it's bad. He had to tell the story, but he blurred himself.
Long story short, it was her birthday, and she wasn't allowed to have anyone over, but her parents were away, so she did the logical thing and had a party, and there was about 30 of us at her house. So me and a group of my mates thought it would be funny to get her a vibrator for her birthday. Being 16 years old, that was the peak of comedy for us.
Yeah.
She opened the present and threw it straight in the bin because she didn't think it was funny at all. So we were all pretty disappointed by the fact that she threw it out. So I thought it would be funny to take it out of the bin and then put it in her bed, because that would be a funny thing. Once we leave, she'll find it. Ha ha. All
right, let's see where this goes.
But I got the wrong bedroom and I put it in her.
Whoa, let's run that back. Let me let you guys hear that the right way.
But I got the wrong bedroom and I put it in her parents' bedroom, in her parents' bed. And when they got home, the dad must have found it in the bed, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back, and that's why they got divorced.
Okay, bullshit, man. I need divorce papers on this one. I can't certify this one as all facts. I can't. I want to believe, though. You motherfuckers are assholes, man. You should have just left it in the trash. She didn't like it. Let it go. Now look at you. Now you fucking... Then she had to go to her mom's house every other weekend and listen to that vibrator all weekend long. That vibrator ended her marriage. She might as well, at least giving it a test drive. Wow, that one got me. All right, next up, Cracker Barrel Carpet Bomb. Nothing good comes out of Cracker Barrel, so I feel like this has to be decent. Oh, my man. First of all... This looks like Spock and Cody ran into Chris Hemsworth, and they just exploded into this dude.
Hello, my name is Hudson, and this is a poop story, so let's get into it. This story takes place down at school in Virginia, but I want to give some background information involving me and my friends here at home in New Jersey.
Hudson, I appreciate you. If you live in Virginia and you know Hudson, don't ever do a crime with this dude because your ass is going to jail. You are going to jail.
So me and my friends have a very interesting relationship with the restaurant chain Cracker Barrel. Periodically throughout high school, we would go, I don't know, maybe like once every 2 or 3 months, and we'd all order the chicken fried chicken, which tastes amazing, and you know, it's pretty cheap, but it's deceiving because the payment is not strictly financial. Within 35 minutes to an hour of eating it, we would all be experiencing either diarrhea, vomiting, or just awful stomach pain. And it wasn't even like we got a bad batch. Like, this happened without fail every single time.
I can see Netflix. A Netflix editor taking that sequence right there and putting some dark ass music behind it, you know, just the truth about Cracker Barrel.
Me and my friends have a very interesting relationship with the restaurant chain Cracker Barrel. We'd all order the chicken fried chicken, which tastes amazing, but it's deceiving because the payment is not strictly financial.
The CDC just releasing a new report on Cracker Barrel foodborne illnesses and outbreaks that cross state lines.
Within 35 minutes to an hour of eating it, we would all be experiencing diarrhea, vomiting, or just awful stomach pain. So as a result, we called the process getting barreled. And, you know,
Oh shit, Hudson, you need to start a t-shirt company called Getting Barreled. That's the best thing I've heard all year.
every 2 or 3 months, we'd go and get barreled. But not anymore. I refuse to go with them. They still do it once in a while. I just can't.
You guys talk about Cracker Barrel like it's fucking like H or something. Yeah, the guys still do it. I had to give up that life. I can't keep going.
Not anymore. I refuse to go with them. They still do it once in a while. I just can't. Fast forward to 2017. I'm down at school in Virginia, and there's a Cracker Barrel in my college town. So I had a couple friends down there. I know it's surprising. I don't have a lot of those. We go to Cracker Barrel, and I ordered the chicken fried chicken once again. I mean, I knew what I was getting into, but this case was like very early onset. We were still sitting at the table talking. Hadn't even gotten the check yet. And, you know, it's a weird feeling because you just feel like your stomach just shift and then the bottom drops out. It's like when the tides get real low right before a giant wave. Like, you just know that something's about to happen. So I felt that, and, you know, I was prepared. I've had years of experience.
He trained for it his whole life.
I rush to the bathroom, and I run into the closest stall, and I find out that it didn't have a lock on it or whatever, but it didn't matter. I sit down and I just unload the first wave of the chicken fried chicken into the stall here, and all is well and good. Been here before, you know, we're good. I then look to my left and realize that there's no toilet paper in this stall. So it's just like, all right, whatever. This isn't going to take some turn where like I use my hands or something, but
You saw the shock in his eyes when he thought about actually doing that. Look at this frame. Look at this frame. That hit him right there. He was like, I wasn't going to use my hand. That's how you know this shit was real. Because his fucking eyes. He's having a flashback right there.
I make sure the coast is clear, and I do that little like death waddle around the outside of the stall into the one next to me, and you know, take care of, I don't know, 2 to 3 more waves of chicken fried chicken. This involved probably 3 or 4 courtesy flushes. Like, this was bad one. I mean, it was just liquid. It was like blowing my nose. So after like 3 to 4 waves of that, I mean, the toilet just did not have much water in it at all. This wasn't one of those like auto flush ones. Like, it had a tank. So it was just real slow to refill, and I was finally finishing up. I was just finally getting those last streaks out, you know, finally enough to be able to be serviceable in public again. And I get the last piece of paper, and I had just flushed the toilet, and I look down, there's no fucking water in it. So I look over the top of the next stall, and I just kind of like throw it down. I was like, yeah, there's no fucking no toilet paper in there. The stall doesn't lock. no way anybody could ever be in there, right? Throw the piece of toilet paper and I hear, oh. I had just thrown a piece of toilet paper that was just in my ass onto the bald spot of like a 45-year-old man.
Wanted for terrorism. Hudson. Have you seen this man? Have you seen this man? He hit my grandpa square in his bald spot with his own dookie. Please, if you have any information about this man, call this number. 1-800. My grandpa got shit on.
I should have just left. Should have just walked away. He wouldn't have known who it was unless he had recognized my shoes or something like that. And all would have been well and good. But I felt bad. So
No, you're a good person, Hudson. That's a good arc here.
I am now staring over the top of the stall at this guy, asking him if he needs toilet paper, because I know there's none in there, and also trying to reaffirm to him that was just an unused piece of toilet. It wasn't. But I was trying to convince him that he probably knew, though.
I mean, bro, he probably knew it wasn't used, by the way. Just, it's not like that shit went ding like that. That landed and went. There was a little bit of moisture and then it came off. There was like a static. There was like. So he knew. He definitely knew.
It was a little bit brown. But trying to tell him that it was unused and whatever, and he was just like, no, I'm fine. He was done. He was just done. He probably should have fought me right there, but he was taking a shit. What are you going to do? So I walk out and I go and I sit back down at my table, just mortified. And homie and his entire family, he's got like 4 kids, are sitting right next to us. Thankfully, we were, kind of at the end of our stay, but there was some overlap after the incident where we were just kind of next to each other. And then we left Cracker Barrel and I never saw him again, and I haven't been back to a Cracker Barrel since. So
Yo, first of all, everybody better say thank you, Hudson, for sharing that incredible story, bro. You told that so perfectly, so concise. I'm impressed. I struggle to be that concise. That's 4 minutes and 30 seconds. You know, in 2026, when the world opens back up, you can try that as a stand-up set. I think that'd be a decent start. All right, moving on. Oh, this one's fine.
So I go to a bonfire, some big yee energy, So
I'm not even just trying to go after your appearance, but you didn't have to specify the yee part. I definitely got the yee energy just off the nose and the lashes, you know what I'm saying? I caught the vibe immediately.
I'm having sex with this guy, and this is like the second sexual experience I ever had in my life. Afterwards, he's like, let's go round 2. So he takes off his condom, and he's like, you need to blow me so I can get hard again. So I'm blowing him. All of a sudden,
Whoa. The speed at which you're telling this story makes it intense, but also, you need to blow me? Was he in pain? Like, it's just an odd way of putting it. You need to.
throat starts fucking closing, and I can't breathe. So in front of like 50 people at a bonfire, I got an ambulance to take me to the hospital. I found out I had a weird latex allergy that doesn't affect my nether regions, but affected my throat, and I almost died. So the next day I go into school and everybody's like, oh, there's Haley. She'll die for the dick. She'll take a bullet for the dick. And they were all like, oh, her gravestone when she dies would have said, born from and died on the dick. So yeah, that's how I got that nickname. Haley, die for the dick.
Oh, man. High school is a mean place, man. Needing an EpiPen to give a blowjob is crazy. Just laying it out on a velvet towel just in the middle of the room. What's that for? Oh, I might die on the dick, so. You know, Buddy walked away from that shit. Like, he felt like that was a little bit of a flex, like low key. You know what I mean? Like, they saw you guys walk off and then they called 911 and you went away in that ambulance. And that whole fucking group of kids was like, damn, bro. He's like, yeah, got it like that. Yep. Don't mess around with me. Don't need pull out a thing of Copenhagen and was like, man. Told you I'd get it done. Told you I'd get it done. Let that be a lesson to you ladies mess around with me. You better have insurance. I was thinking of a dumbass joke. It doesn't even make sense because she was talking about latex, but I just pictured her at the Cheesecake Factory just ordering some item off the menu, and she's like, does this have penis in it? Because I'm allergic. I can't. Okay, thank you. You know, man, I'm the dumbest person on this website. Maybe we close it out with this story right here. Abandoned at the black market. No cap on my daddy issues. All right, let's go.
So when I was like 10, my family and I went to Brazil, and we went to this like lowbrow like black market thing where they sold illegal stuff, because that was the only place that like my parents knew they could find like English DVDs, probably because they were like copywritten or some shit. I don't know the whole thing about it.
Whole family walks into a drug den. Well, what's up? You guys want some K? What you looking for? Pills? We got it all. Hey, nah, man. We need Rush Hour 2. You guys have Rush Hour 2? Yeah, in English. Yeah. Well, you know, if only your parents had NordVPN. I'm joking.
But after we got the DVDs, I was the one that was left holding them, and apparently while we were going around like looking at all the other cheap stuff, my parents saw the cops, so they grabbed my sister and they ran without me, just left me, and...
This is gonna you were the fall guy. You were the fall guy. Your dad looking at you like, hey, listen, I'm gonna get you out, okay? Just hold on to this. I got a dope lawyer. I went to college with him. He's fire. You're young. Max 1 year, and you'll get out you'll be out the jammer, man. Just take it on the chin. Do it for the family. Do it for the love. All right, bet. All right, see you.
Like 30 minutes later, when I finally found them, they told me that they ran because they didn't think a cop would question or arrest a little girl walking around in the market. I mean, the cops are probably there for like people that were like smuggling coke or some shit, but the B movie was definitely not worth the years of trust issues from my parents abandoning me to get arrested from the cops.
She said the B movie. Did they really almost let you get put away over the B movie? Your parents got the right priorities. You said that was some years ago. They knew the B movie memes were going to be the hot shit on Twitter. They were just trying to get ahead. They were getting ready to start their own Fuck Jerry. You know, that's how they were going to pay for you to go to college. That's the big picture you couldn't see. Your dad knew what was up. He was looking out for you. That's how you can reconcile that. That's going to do it for this episode. Honestly, this one was way funnier than I anticipated. I'm going to do another one of these next month. So if you think you got some wild shit to say, send it in. No cap, all facts on jesuschrist@gmail.com. I want to give a big thank you to Thor's children from his second marriage, Hudson and Haley. You guys really stole the show. Those are honestly, I think, some of the funniest stories we've heard in this entire series. So thank you. I'm going to head out and I'm going to go get barreled. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Hey, shit's play, man, I had to switch it up. Yeah, might lose a few, ask me if I give a fuck.